welcome back to the Hoki channel. If you guys are new here, you should definitely subscribe and become a part of the Hoki tribe. We would love to have you. I'm going to be posting videos here every single week, and we'd love to have you be a part of the family. But without further ado, let's just get into this video, which is going to be another chatty video. I promise you guys, I'm going to be doing other content. It's not just going to be me sitting here babbling about things that I love, but I had to do this video, guys, because it's something that I have been obsessed with recently, and I really wanted to talk to you guys about it, and that is anime. And this is something that I never thought that I would be talking about. It's never something that I was interested in the past, because I was always interested in those rom-coms, teenage dramas, which, don't get me wrong, we still love those, you know, we're still hopeful, but I thought it would be fun to try something new. I was out with my friend, Sarah, and we got into talking about anime, and she was like, why don't you like it? Like, why don't you try it out? Like, I really think that there would be one that you liked. And I was like, you know what? Like, I've never really given it a shot. I've had so many friends that love anime, but I've never given it a chance myself. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna try something new. We're gonna step out of our box, and we're gonna try something different. And I'm really glad I did. Oh, by the way, I'm going to just be like specifically talking about 7 Deadly Sins. That's the only anime that I've watched like to the entirety at this moment. I got a recommendation from a friend that that would be a good one to start with, because it had a really good storyline that continued like throughout the series, and it was really easy to follow, and it was dubbed in English, which I really liked, even though I do like watching the subtitles because it's really interesting, and I feel like I can pick up a little bit of Japanese when I watch it in its original language, so I do appreciate that. But I think for my first anime, I really liked that it could be dubbed in English. And I did watch it on Netflix, so I've only seen the first 3 seasons. I haven't seen that last season that's on Crunchyroll yet, so just like putting that out there so we all know where we're at. So basically, my first impression was that I really appreciated the animation of it. I really enjoyed how it was very different than things that I've seen that were, I don't know, like from my childhood, from my like teenage years, you know, all these different shows. I was very much like a Disney girl, or like a freeform teenage drama girl. That was pretty much my entire spectrum of TV shows and movies and things like that, and I really appreciated that this was something different, and it was a different kind of visual to look at. And I really liked the storyline. It was very epic, and there is like a lot of kind of like fight scenes. It's kind of like almost like a superhero show, which you guys know I'm super into right now. Flash, my all-time favorite show. And I really liked that it was very like epic, but then there was also other things. There was comedic elements, there was connection between the characters, and it wasn't just like all fighting, it wasn't just all action. There was other elements to it, which I loved, because that's one thing I'm not a huge fan of, is when it's just like one huge fight scene and that's all it is. I really like to see like the deeper connection between the characters, and I felt like 7 Deadly Sins definitely had that within its storylines, so that was definitely greatly appreciated. And I also really loved the music. I love like just kind of like anime themed music. I have the song 7 Deadly Sins by Man with a Mission, and I didn't mention that in my Hoki playlist, but that's definitely in there because I listen to that song a lot. But I also love the other themes. I can't think of the other songs on the top of my head, and I don't know if I can pronounce them right. I definitely don't want to butcher that, but I love all the themes, all of the songs that they played. They had a different one for each season. Okay, sorry, my camera cut out, but basically I love the music in anime. It's much more like epic, and it's kind of dancey, and you know, I vibe with it. It's definitely a vibe. But yeah, I think that was all of the conceptual stuff and like my first kind of reaction to anime. Also, there's a lot of, I think it's called fan service, a lot of more, I don't know how to say this, maybe like PG-13 lines and things like that, which I wasn't necessarily expecting. But I don't know why, maybe because it was animated, I wasn't expecting it to have that kind of side to it, but it definitely does, at least for 7 Deadly Sins. And yeah, that's not something bad necessarily, it's just something that I wasn't expecting that I noticed in it. Okay, my camera keeps cutting out because of the heat, so I apologize, but I was talking about the music in anime, and I love love the anime music. It's definitely a vibe, you know, their jams, definitely something I could vibe to. I have a lot of them on my playlist. Okay, so now let's move on to Seven Deadly Sins specifically, and my favorite, like least favorite elements about it. So my favorite character is Merlin. She's also my favorite sin. I love how intelligent she is, how confident she is, and if I definitely had to be a sin, I would definitely be Merlin. I really like her character. I like that she's a little bit magical, and I like her storylines. You know, like, she's awesome. She's a pretty cool chick. And to the contrary to that, my least favorite character would probably be Elizabeth, because and guys, I liked her a lot better later in the series, like in season 2, but in season 1, I was definitely not a fan. She was always kind of like, oh, save me, that kind of girl. And you know, I love Jericho, you know, like those girls that are like, hell yes, I can do this, like, yes, I love like that women empowerment. So that's why Elizabeth just wasn't my favorite in the beginning. I felt like she just depended way too much on the guys in the group, and I was just not for that. But she did get better in the second half of the season when she got her powers, or the second half of the series when she got her powers. She kind of grew on me. Also, Diane, not my favorite sin, but again, I do like her a lot better in the second part of the series. I think her and King are so cute. But they're not my favorite couple. My favorite couple would have to be Bon and Elaine. I mean, how could it not be? Like, the Bon and Elaine love story is just so epic and so amazing. And Bon is probably my second favorite sin. I think he's like super cool, and yeah, he's also attractive. I don't know if that's weird to say about an anime character, but I like Bon, honestly. Like, he's my favorite like male sin. And him and Elaine, super good. Love them. I talked with my hands. I apologize if that's like annoying. It's a hokey thing. Alright, so now for like favorite episode / like storyline. I love in season 1, I can't remember the exact episode, but it's the one that shows the Bon and Elaine story. Again, it goes back to the Bon and Elaine love connection that they have, you know, like it's something I idolize. I mean, hopefully I'll have my Bon one day, and I mean, hopefully our love will last, and one of us won't die, but you know, that connection between them is absolutely amazing. I love it. And my favorite episode, I think you know, it's kind of weird because, you know, season 2 is like 4 episodes, and then season 3 is like the whole 22, so is it really 3 seasons, or is it really 2 seasons? Okay, so my camera cut off, but I think I was talking about my favorite episode from kind of like the second part of Seven Deadly with the 10 Commandments, which, by the way, I love that whole storyline. I think it just makes it super duper epic, because, you know, the 10 Commandments are like so powerful, and like so are the sins, but it's like, can they be powerful enough to defeat them? Who knows? I mean, most likely yes. But I think my favorite episode would be the last episode that I saw, the finale at the end of season 3 on Netflix, or season 2, I guess. I don't know if you call that 4 episode season 2 like an actual season, but I can't remember what the episode is called. Let's go see. So As Long As You're Here, and it kind of has that like epic battle scene, but then it doesn't really like end, you know, like the 10 Commandments are still out there, so it's kind of like building up to this like more epic battle. And again, I know there's another season. I haven't seen it yet. I really want to see it. I'm probably gonna go watch that very soon, but I actually didn't know there was another season. I thought that was it, but I just found out recently, so we're gonna have to watch that, because I actually started other animes. I watched Demon Slayer for a little bit, and I liked it. I wasn't totally in love with it. I like Seven Deadly a lot better, but I decided to, you know, flip over and abandon Demon Slayer just for a little bit and start My Hero, just because I've heard so many good things about it. So I'm currently watching My Hero, and I really, really like it. I've only seen the first like few episodes, so I don't know how it compares to Seven Deadly yet, but I do really like it, and I'm definitely gonna give Demon Slayer another chance. It was a little too dark right from the very beginning, and I wanted something a little bit more lighthearted, so we went with My Hero, and I really like that right now. So that brings us to the end of this video. I know this was kind of like a random rambly video. I promise you guys more content is coming. You know, we've got cooking videos, we got baking videos, we got testing cool products videos. Like we got a lot of content coming, lots of variety. It's not just gonna be me sitting here rambling the whole time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you guys like anime, please leave your requests for your favorites down below. I'm definitely interested in checking those out. And also, if you've seen 7 Deadly Sins, leave your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear them. But yeah, that brings us to the end of this. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys all in my next one. Bye, guys.